Welcome devs to my channel. Today I'll be doing the part 2 video of how to make a website like Canva. I'm sorry if I couldn't post the video part 2 as early as you would like. I noticed in the comment section, but today I'm promising that this week we are going to sort out everything so that we complete this project without wasting your time. Devs, let me go on to the but remember to subscribe and press on the notification bell so that you don't miss you don't miss such kind of tutorials which are like this, which help you to grow your HTML and CSS. So now, as you can see inside the project, as you might have followed from the previous section, I did all this coding. So now I'm just going to continue where I left. Let me wrap up everything inside the main first, and let's cut this closing main and let's place it at the bottom, so like this. So I'm going to style the HTML for the of the coding. Firstly, I'm going to work on the HTML coding. Okay, okay, where we are. So that means now I have to go and create another new section. Let's add another new section. Let's call it section. That's the correct, no, that's not the correct spelling for section. Like this. Then let me create another div which I shall call perfect. I'll call it perfect. Don't worry about the names, they just come out of my head. Then inside the first div, I'm going to create another div which shall contain the heading. So I'll give it a name of perfect slash head. Okay, let me replace R with T, small letter T. Now let's save h1 tags for our heading. Now let me drag this text, this is the text that will go. Then after closing the first heading, let's create another div for the columns. Let me call them perfect color. Like as you can see from the project, we've got 3 columns there. So that's why I called it div columns. Now let me work on the first one, which are the first div. I'll call it for the columns. These are 3, so I'll call it perfect color list. Now let's have h2 tags. Then by looking at this design, I've got an h2 tag. Here is an h2 tag. Then I've got a paragraph there. Then lastly, this button that you can see, which has got some over effects. So these are the tags that I'm going to apply. Let me apply paragraph tags. Then let's apply. Okay. Then let's apply button. Now once you're done with that one, now is the time to copy everything, and I'll replicate it. Copy that one. Now once you're done with this one, let me start dragging the content to where it should go. The first one, this will go here. We are working. Okay, I need to change the 14. That's okay. Okay. Now after that one, let's go inside this one. Now let's cancel that one and place it inside there as well as this one. Now I'm done with that one. Let's have the last content. Then let's also have the paragraph content. Now let's also we are done with that one. Let's have a look at our progress. There you can see. Now I also want to go for the next one. This content, I will have to create another new section. Let me call it section div.edu. Then let's save h2 tags. Then once we're done h2 tags, let me add as you can see, there is a set of images. These are the images that I'm talking about, these 5 images. So I'm just going to create another div that will contain all the images. So now let's start off with our images. So I'm going to have 4 images. Let me just put it inside the images folder. Yeah, you can get these images from just by downloading them on their site. It's for free. That's what I did. Let's then for the first image I need to call it HubSpot. Okay, let me make sure that I'm okay. Let's save these images first. Save image. Okay, let me find the yeah, this is where I'm saving. Now let me save the second one. Just by collecting these images, it will come out. Don't worry, you just collect the images and save them. Let's save this fourth one. Let me save this one again. The names are too long, so that's why then this is probably our last image. So once we have saved the images inside the folder, yeah, they've all in. So let me start by HubSpot dot. Okay, you need to what am I trying to do? Yeah, like this, so that I can see their format. It's in web file. Then the next one is called Sony dot. Yes. Then the next one, okay, why? Then the next one is called Salesforce dot web. Then the next one is called Scanner dot web. Then I also want the last one. Yes, images. Let me set the last one, images folder slash. It's called Reddit. Like this. It's a So once you're done with this one, let me have a look at, or there you can see the images have been successfully. So now nextly I'm going to let me look at the design. I also want to style this ready to make design everything up to the bottom one when it's written too good. So for me to do that, I'm just going to create another new section. So for this new section, let me call it div dot ready. Now let's call it div. First of all, let's create another new div. I'll call it ready row. So inside the ready row, I'm going to create another div which I shall call ready v. So as you can see from the design, I've got this video, so I need to save the video inside the videos. Okay, I already have this one, so I might, let's check this one as well. Okay, let's check inside our, so the videos are already there, so there's no need to, then this one is an image. Let's let me call it benefits. Okay, so now since we've saved the appropriate images, now it's time to put everything. Let me copy the code for this video, this one, the one that we used previously. Just copy it and come inside our div video and paste it there. So but remember, I might need to adjust the height. Let's give it 400 width, let's give it 400 pixels. Then okay, I'll change the, but that is not, let me, after we've closed this div for the video, let's create another new div which shall be for the content. I'll call it div dot ready content. Then let's have h1 text, paragraph text. Then let's add a button tag. Now once we are done with that one, now let me just, since we have already copied the div, so the structure is the same, so I'm just going to copy where it ends. It ends here, so we need to copy this structure, copy it, and let's have 3 copies. So once we are done with that one, let me have a look at how everything looks inside my design. Okay, let me start off now by replacing the text which where it belongs. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is the text for the pictures. Then this is the text for the heading. Let me cut it. like as you can see from the design, I've got a heading. This is the heading that I have got. So I needed to first of all create another heading. So here is the h2 tags. Just paste the coding there. So now let's go and let's have this text ready-made designs and you place it there. Now also I need to make sure that I've got the correct video. It's called ready 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 made designs. Okay, I'm wondering, can I not copy the name instead of typing? Yeah, like this. Then let's collect the text for the text for the paragraph tags. Then let's collect the text for button. Then once we are done with that one, let's collect the next one. Is called build for. Let me collect the name rather than typing, which is prone to errors. Okay, I made some. I went. This text is for the first row here. Then this heading is also for the first one. Then this text for the paragraph is for the first one. Then create a design. This one is also for here. So now let me collect the name for the video. Then let's go inside our h1 tags. Then let's paste it there. Then the text for the paragraph work together. Then now lastly, I'm going to have to, the last one is an image. So the text, I have to replace this video with an image. Okay, let's open the image folder. Inside the images slash, this is an benefits, it's called, yeah, benefits. So inside the benefits is a web. Then let's put in a style. I'm going to set the width to 100%. 100%. I'm just styling in line, so you might be wondering what's this. It's styling. It's called styling in line. Then after that one, let's collect the text that we wanna have for the h1 tags. This is the text. Then for the paragraph tags, we are going to have this text. Then for the button, let's check This is the text for the button. Now we are done with this one. Let me remove this unnecessary text, and let's have a view of how our design looks inside our project. Okay, I would have loved to reduce this one to 60%. Let me look at if how the width now looks like for the image. Yeah, it's now better, or I can even give it 50. Let's take a look at how the image, yeah, the image has now been reduced. So now it's the time I'm going to add a bit of styling, because I think I'm a bit far from my styling. So let's come inside, or you can reduce these ones so that you can get some more space. From where we left, I'm going to continue with my styling. From where we left, now I'm going to style the menu listings. Let me call it header dot container, then drop down. Let's style I'm targeting the font awesome. Let me set the color to green and 3 B3. Then header dot container dot drop down input top 0, opacity 0. Then let's set display block, padding 0. Then let's save the margin of 0. Then let's set the border. Okay, not the border, the border to 0. Let's eliminate the border. Then position absolute. Then let me have a height of 100%. Then also I'm gonna push a width of 100%. Okay, we're done with that one. Now let's have got the header dot container dot drop down. I'm styling on input. I'm giving a hover effect on hover. Let's have a cursor of pointer. Now I want to have to make some alterations when the input is checked. So to do that, I'm going to say header dot container dot drop down input on checked. On checked, starting the list, we want to have a transformation of scale along the y-axis of 1. Then WebKit transform this is just for in case of different browsers. Let's scale it along the y-axis. One as well. Now, as I done that one, I'm going to style next the header container drop down. The listing. I'm going to start the list. Let's say display block. Let's start the position to absolute. Then let's have a background of white. Then let's have width to fit content. Then transform along the y-axis, scale along the y-axis to 0. Then transform origin, I want to set it to transform. Okay, origin, let's set it to top left. Then transition duration, let's give it 0.2 seconds. Okay, then once you're done with that one, I'm just going to style the inner listings. Padding 2 pixels bottom and right, then sideways 10 pixels. Then width, I'm going to give it 12 em. Then margin to the bottom, I'm going to set it to 5 pixels. Then word break, let's keep all. Then white space, no rep. Then display block. So let me have a look at how now everything looks like inside our design. Yes, they can see inside our design. Yeah, that means I have to keep on coding. Okay. Let's position it to relative. Let's set the cursor to pointer. Font size 1 em. Color 5d5. 5. Yeah, let me have a look at how after I set the position to relative. Okay, I have to keep on styling. Now I want to style the listing on hover. The drop down on hover. On hover, I want the color of the text to be black. Okay, let's have a look. There you can see. There you can see where we are progressing. Then listing, I want to target the first child. Let me set the border bottom. Border bottom, I want to be 2 pixel solid. db 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 d. Now let's style the font or some icons. I want to set the padding to the right. I want to set it to be to 10 pixels. Then after that one, then I want to style the last of child. Last child padding 5 pixel and 15 pixels. Border radius 4 pixels. Then background color, I'm going to set it to #393 B3D. Then after that one, I'm going to set the color to white. Then let's have font weight. Let's set it to bold. Okay, let me check where I am. Okay, last of child, I gave it a font weight of bold. Now we're going for the header nav. Okay, let's style the header nav bar. Okay, come here inside the header. Okay, inside the header. Okay, I need to find where I can find the header nav bar. Okay, I can't find it. Header nav. Header nav bar. Okay, let me style that nav bar. Display inline block. Let's save gap of 10 pixels. Let's align items to the center. Let's me look at it enough like this one. Yeah, then once we are done with that one, then we style the header dot nav to the listing. Let me set the font weight font weight to bold, then cursor pointer, then margin to the left 5 pixels, then position relative, now I want to style this one, add navbar, on hover and after, so I need to collect it on hover and after. Let's set the content to empty. Let's set the content to empty. Okay, now we're setting the content to empty. Then let's set the position to absolute. Then after setting the position to absolute, let's have a height of 1 pixel. Let's also have a width of 100%. 100%. Let's also set a border to the bottom of 1 pixel solid black, and then from the bottom minus 24 pixels left. Let's push it to 0. We are done with that one. Now let's go for the search. Now I'm going to style the search this one. I need to come here and say header dot search I, then search I. Okay, let's start off by saying position relative. We're setting the font awesome, then let's push it from the top 0, then from the left 22 pixels, header dot search. Now we are targeting the input. For the input, I'm going to have a padding top and bottom of 5 pixels. Then we are going to have 20 pixels sideways, left and right. Then I'm also going to put a border of 1 pixel solid light gray. Then let's set the outline to none. Header dot container this one. Let's style this one. Let's style the container. Let's target the features. Class name features. By drop. Let's set the position to relative and display inline block. Okay, let me come and have a look at how the design now looks like. Yes, the design is taking shape. Let me continue styling everything. Okay. Now let's target header dot container dot by drop dot menu, padding all over. Okay, padding a uniform padding of 10 pixels, and then border radius of 4 pixels, then position relative, then transition duration 0.2 seconds. Okay, now I'm just going to target the font awesome icons in the same class name. Color for the font awesome icons, I'm just going to use 393. 393 P3D. By drop input opacity display block, then margin, zero. Also, let's remove the border. Zero. Position absolute. Height 100%. Width 100%. Okay. Okay, after doing that one, I'm going to style the container by drop on. I'm going to style the. I want to have an on hovering for the input, on hover. I want the cursor pointer. So then we are going to style everything when checked. listing. This is what happens every time when you check the listing. We transform scale along the y-axis to 1. Then after styling, now let me style directly the listings. So on styling the listings, I'm going to start off by saying display block. Then to the left, let me push minus 60 pixels. Then position absolute. Background, I want it to be white. Then width, I want it to fit content. Then transform scale along the y-axis by 0. Then transform origin top left. Then we might want to add the transition duration of 0.2 seconds. Now after doing that, we're going to start the by group inside the listing. Then let's set the width to 12 em, the 12 em. Then margin bottom 5 pixel, word break, keep all, white space, no wrap, display block, position relative, cursor, pointer, font size 1.5 em. Then the color of the text #5 D5. D5 F61. Then header container by drop. I want to style the hover effect. Let me put listing on hover. Let's change the background color. Let's use var character main color that I provided at the top of the CSS. Now I'm going to style. I'm going to put some styling on the header container features, not this one. Header container dot features dot setting drop. Let's set the position to relative. Then let's save display inline block. Let me have a look at the progress that we have made so far. Okay, yeah, it's taking shape, but it means I still have got some work to do. Let me copy this one and we style it again here. Remove this one. Setting drop dot menu. Padding 10 pixels. Border radius 4 pixels. Position relative. Then let's save a transition duration of 0.2 seconds. We are done with that one. Let me just copy this one again. And now I'm going to style the fonts or some icons found inside the menu class, menu div. So just add this one. So for me to do that one, I'm just going to, first of all, I need to change the color to 393B3D. Yeah, this is the color code that I want. Now after doing that one, I'm also going to style the input opacity, let's say display to block, padding 0, then margin 0, border 0, then position absolute, height 100%, width 100%, okay. Once we are done with this one, let me start the setting drop on hover, input on hover, I want there to be a cursor pointer. Then once we are done with this one, we go on to I want to style this one on checked. Once we perform a process of checking or clicking, dot listing, let's transform a scale along the y-axis to 1, increase it by a factor of 100. Then when you're done with that one, let's now style the listing. Let me have display block, okay, position absolute, then let's move to the left by minus 100 pixels. Then let's also leave a background of white, then width, let me set it to fit content, then transform. I want to scale it along the y by 0. Then let's have a transform to transform origin. Transform from the origin to the top left. Yeah, okay. Then when you are here, we have transformed to the origin. Let's put on a transition of duration of 0.2 seconds. Now I'm going to start the setting drop listing list class. I'm targeting the listings. Let's have a padding. Let's have a padding of 5 pixels. Top and bottom 10 pixels. Then width, let's give it 8 em. Margin bottom 5 pixels. Then let's add word break, keep all, white space, no wrap. Then display lock, position, relative, cursor, pointer, font size 1.5 em. Then let's have a color of hash 535 F61. Now I want to set a hover effect. Hover on hover for the listings. For the listings on hover, I'm going to have a background color of using the color code that we provided right at the top when you're declaring variables. Now let me start the header dot menu. Now we are styling the button first, this one. Copy it and paste it there. And for this button, I'm going to set the background color to light gray. Let's have a look at the changes that we are applying. Okay, the color came. Border, let's set it to none. Then the border radius, let's give it 10 pixels. Then the height, let's set it to 2 rems. Then after styling this one, we gonna style the okay. I said the background color light gray, border none, height 2 rems, then border radius 10 pixels. Now let's style the button first on hover. On hover, the background color will remain as light gray. Then the opacity will be set to 0.9. Then the cursor pointer header dot menu dot. We are now styling the second button, this one. Just copy it. Then let's start with a background color. I want to give it a background color, its own class, its own color code E77. Border none, border radius, let's give it 10 pixels. Then height, let's go on to 2 rems. Then I want to beat button second on hover. Let's save a background color 9E77F3. Then the opacity, let's reduce it to 0.9. Then also the cursor, I want a pointer. We are done with this one. Now let me style the button on hover. The button on hover is just the same as button second. Let's collect the same color coding. Then let's save the opacity. Then let's save the cursor pointer. Let me look at how my design now looks like. Okay, so I might need to just make some few adjustments to make my design look as good to the design as possible. I now want to find out why my design is not appearing like covering 100% of the width of the header. So let's go inside our index HTML5. Then let's look at where the closing div of nav. Remove this closing div on line 131 and come and place it on line 113. Let's take a look at the changes once we upload. Oh, there you can see the design has come out correctly. You can see that we now have got a beautiful header there. After this one, we're going to copy, we're going to start next to the hero. So let's say hero section, let's say display flex, and let's set the justify content to center. Then let's align items to the center. Let's text align to the center. Let me have a look at how the outlook now looks like. There you can see. So nextly, I'm going to target the hero text too. Okay, let me minimize this one. Your top H1 text. I want the font size to be 3 rems. Then let's target the paragraph text. I want the color to be gray. Then let's target the button. Background color, let's set it to ash 9E77 F3. This is the color code with background color. Let me style the border to none, and then let's also set the height to 3 rems. Let's also set the width to 50%. Let's also have a border radius of 10 pixels. Once we're done with that one, we can style next the hero button on hover. I want the background color to be similar to this one. Let's set the background length. Let's have the opacity at 0.9. Then let's have a cursor pointer. We are done with that one. Now let's style the section perfect. Probably this one. Okay, I'm going to style the perfect head. This is the class that I will start by styling. Now let's just see perfect head, text align to the center. Then the color, I want it to be ash 0D1216. Then line height, I'm going to set it to 4.2 rems. Then also let's set the display to block. And let's also have the font size at 1.5 em. Then font weight, I'll set it to bold. Let me have a look at the changes that I've made. you can see the over effect is there. Now let's continue styling. I want to style the columns, these perfect columns. Let's have display reflex. Let's have flexi direction to row. Okay, as well as let's have a margin of 1 rem. Let me look at the changes that I have applied. There you can see the changes that are coming. Our design is taking shape. Now let me style the perfect columns list class. If class okay, let's set the pattern. We are setting the pattern, so I'm going to have a background color that looks similar to the one on top. This is the background color that I want. Then let's remove the border by setting it to none. Then also let's have a width of 60%. Let's also have a height of 30%. Let's also align items to the center. Let me put some margins from top and bottom 0 rems, then 2 rems sideways. Then also let's have a font size of 0.8 rems. Then font weight, let me set it to bold. Then the border radius, I'm going to give it 10 pixels. So if you go down to your solution, there you can see the solution is taking as close to perfection as possible. Yes, but the color of the text, let's set it to white. The color of the text white. Yes, they can see close to the design as possible. Now I'm going to follow up by styling the next class, which is the edu. This class that is here. Let's start the h2 text by saying the font size. Let me give it 1 rem. Then also text align center. Let me have a look at how this will change. There you can see the text has changed. It's now right at the center there. So now after that, I'm going to start the images. Wrap inside the class name image. Let's style them image. I'll start by saying display flexing. Then let's say flexi direction row. Let me see how the changes now look like. There you can see, but the images are now too big. We need to minimize the images. So inside, I'm now targeting the class name edu. I'm now targeting the images. I'm going to set the width to 10%. Then let's have a margin of 2 rems. There you can see images are now correctly, but I can always increase. Let me test at 20%. Too big, or let's go in between 15. Just trial and error. Not correctly. 12. Yeah, it now looks better. Now looks better at 12%. When I'm done, let's style now this one, the next one, the following one. So I need to set the ready row. This one. Let's save it. Let's style it. Display. Let's say. Let's see direction row. Then let's set the padding to 1 rem. Let me look it out. Oh, there you can see so our project is taking new design, but this is all that I had for the part 2 video. So please watch out in the next following video, the part 2, the part 3 video that is coming out, so that I'll finish up where we left. Because mainly I'll be focusing on these last 3 sections, about 2 sections and the footer, 1 section and the footer. So please press the subscribe button and the notification so that you won't miss the next video. Thank you.